So you may be busy with your college work, you may be busy with your work or maybe your job, okay, but at least if you allocate 3 to 4 hours a day in your weekdays, especially very focused, then ultimately the success is yours. Yeah, but what about the weekends? Yes, in the weekends you should definitely give your best. You should definitely give your best. That is 12 hours a day. You should give 12 hours a weekend. So from the starting day to the end, you should allocate the most of the time for your preparation, okay. And also investing the time is not a thing, but how to invest, how to utilize, and how to make and how to divide them into effective manner, effective block section, okay. Do not worry, I'll tell you, okay. But the thing is that keep these things in your mind. If it is a weekday, you should allocate 3 to 4 focused hours. If it is a weekend, you should allocate 12 hours a day. So if you study this much time, okay, if you study this much time, especially effectively and focusedly, then only it is possible. See, with just reading, you can't get anything. So that you should be very focused and keep this time section or time allocated time bounds for the days. Hello dear aspirants, welcome to the GDC classes English. Are you struggling to manage the time for your GPAT preparation and your college? If you are working, are you struggling to manage the time for your GPAT preparation and for your job? Yes, if you are really struggling, this video is for you. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the much awaited and the most requested video, that is a smart time management. Yes, for any examination, either it is a GPAT or maybe NIPER or maybe DI or maybe a FAMS examination, every aspirant, every student, they need a proper time management. If you utilize the time in your hand, so the success is yours ultimately, okay. So you need to know that how to utilize that time in an effective manner, what to do and what not to do. Yes, in this video I'm going to tell you the all essential things to master your preparation and also to manage your time very effectively. Come, let's start our video. But what you need to do is that share this video to your friend who is preparing for the GPAT and who is aiming for the GPAT for 2026, okay. And do not forget to hit the like button and try to subscribe, because you're going to get such type of updates in future, okay. Come on. Yes, come on. So coming to the preparation aspects, so in this video I mostly focused on the GPAT 2026 examination, okay. So I'm giving you the essentials for the GPAT 2020 examination. All of you, please try to get your notes and your pen, okay, pen and book, so that you can add or you can note down the important essential whatever I'm discussing here. Come on, okay, let's start our video. Come on. So yes, so with this video you can turn your every hour into the marks. Yes, because the time is the thing we require. So if you have a plenty of time or if you have a good time, so that you have a good preparation, okay. So let's start. So let me tell you that where we are discussing about the time management. First of all, okay, so we are preparing for, you are preparing for, those who are watching this video, you are preparing for GPAT, okay. So as of now, from today itself, if you have the countdown, so we should, we should put a borderline, we should put the right deadline, right, so that if you consider the GPAT examination from today itself, okay, on the day itself, okay, so you have total 200 plus days, 200 plus. So the exam date may be May 25th, in between, tentatively in the May last week, okay. So tentatively in the May last week, so that, so we should allocate the time based on the deadline, which means, so on the May last week we are going to have the examination, so that we need to consider this time gap, we need to utilize this time gap effectively, so that if you consider the countdown from the today itself, you have a 200 plus, which means 212 days in your hand. If you utilize it properly, if you utilize it correctly, so ultimately you can crack examination, okay. And also from the 20th October, from today itself to 25th May. So we can consider the date 25th May, because most of the times the examination was held at 25th May, so that, okay, so you have roughly 7 months in your hand, okay. Do not worry, I'll tell you how to master and how to utilize the 7 months in a proper way. And also we will discuss the, okay, what are the how to remember the tricks and how to remember the topics, how to revise everything I'll tell you, okay. Do not worry, okay, clear. So roughly you can consider we have a 30 weeks, 7 months in the, if you consider it as a months, 7 months in your hand, 200 plus days, plenty of time is there, right? Plenty of time is there, but if you utilize the time, then only you will qualify, then only you will get a good rank. Okay, yes, so keep in your mind and start the countdown. Okay, so 212 days or 200 plus days you have, clear? And now tell me, how many hours you need to invest per day? So we have the weekdays and weekends. Yes, so all you need is just you need to do is 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 focused hours, 3 to 4 focused hours per your weekdays. Okay, which means from Monday to, okay, from Monday to Saturday. From Monday to Saturday, what you need to do is that you need to focus, you need to have a 3 to 4 hours focused hours. Okay, 3 to 4 hours of focused hours you need to have. See, so not a normal hours, you should be very focused, because so in this weekdays, okay, in this weekdays, so you may be busy with your college work, you may be busy with your work or maybe your job, okay, but at least if you allocate 3 to 4 hours a day in your weekdays, especially very focused, then ultimately the success is yours. Yeah, but what about the weekends? Yes, in the weekends, you should definitely give your best. You should definitely give your best. That is 12 hours a day. You should give 12 hours a weekend. So from the starting day to the end, you should allocate the most of the time for your preparation. Okay, and also investing the time is not a thing, but how to invest, how to utilize, and how to make and how to divide them into effective manner, effective block section. Okay, do not worry, I'll tell you. Okay, but the thing is that keep these things in your mind. If it is a weekday, you should allocate 3 to 4 focused hours. If it is a weekend, you should allocate 12 hours a day. So if you study this much time, okay, if you study this much time, especially effectively and focusedly, then only it is possible. See, with a just reading, you can't get anything. So that you should be very focused and keep this time section or time allocated time bounds for the days. Okay, yes. And now the thing is that, so as I told you, we have a 212 days, 7 months, 30 mix. Okay, so but you should divide the time section. You should divide the time boundary. Okay, you should divide the days into phases. You see, we need to simplify. So even though you have a 200 plus days, but how to how to allocate the time? So for that reason, you need to apply the phase study. You need to apply the phase study so that, so we have divided. Okay, I have prepared the schedule for you guys because you're all my students, you're all our GDC students. That's the reason. Divide the entire journey into phases. First one is a foundation phase, second phase is an integration phase, and third one is a refinement phase, and lastly fourth phase is a mastery phase where you can master your subject. Okay, so let us see. And also I have clearly and I prepared this in a very detailed manner. Okay, I have mentioned the months as well. You can see here itself. Foundation 1. So from the October itself, okay, maybe from October, or you can, so based on your convenience, you can change the month as well. Okay, so from the November, October to December, or January maybe. Okay, so what you need to do is that you should complete the syllabus. Foundation, see, for a house also, the foundation should be very strong, then only it can stay for a longer period. Like how if your strong foundation is a very strong enough, then okay, so that your entire journey will be like a cakewalk. You can easily understand the concept. So that complete the syllabus in a foundation phase. So in between the 3 months, you should give your best in the day, in the weekends, in the weekdays. Clear? So this video is especially for those who are okay, preparing for GPAT. Clear? So you should be very focused. So within this foundation phase, you should complete the entire syllabus. You complete entire syllabus and also try to understand the concepts. That foundation study is a where the focus study. Clear? So that in the foundation phase you should cover. See, most of the students, I think they have already completed the syllabus, or maybe they have completed half of the syllabus. But if you are not prepared, right, if you listen to my words, if you utilize this time management properly, even if you have started your preparation from the day itself, you can crack the GPAT. But you need to utilize the time effectively. Clear? But those who already started your preparation, Yes, it is very, very beneficial for you if you complete the syllabus. Okay, again give the complete read. Okay, complete syllabus once, complete the syllabus once. Okay, and thereby, so in this foundation phase, you need to understand. You need to understand the concepts. Okay, and also creating your own comprehensive notes. Creating your own comprehensive notes. Okay, yes. Then after December, okay, in the Jan to February, in between these 2 months, Jan and February, that is an integration phase. Okay, so based on your convenience, you can change the, see, we have 7 months. So you can divide, I'll give you an ideal phase or ideal schedule. Okay, so that may be ideal for you or maybe others. Okay, accordingly, do your own changes. That's a note you should remember. Okay, yes, integration. You should integrate, okay, whatever the study, whatever you have completed in the phase 1. So that integration means you should apply the knowledge onto the mock test. Solve the previous year papers, solve the previous year paper. Okay, integration, whatever you have studied, that should be covered completely, so that in this integration phase you got to know that how much study you had or how much knowledge you have acquired in the phase 1. And based on the solving the MCQs, you can assess yourself, you can analyze yourself. Okay, maybe, okay, I should give more to the time, I should give more about more to this subject. Clear? Yes. And also in this time, in this integration time, you got to know about your weak areas. Okay, you can know about your weak area, so that you should know that you can allocate more time for your weak area, so that in this integration phase you should solve the question papers, you should give the mock test, and thereby you can analyze your weaks and your strengths, your weakness and your strengths. And then after that, okay, after that, refinement phase from the March to April. Okay, divide that. Okay, divide that into phase refinement. Okay, every time refine. What about refinement? Okay, refine. Okay, refine or redefining yourself, which means, yes, after the integration phase, you got to know that your weakness and your strengths. So then you should work on it, and that becomes a refinement or redefinement of your preparation. Clear? So take the mock test daily, okay, and give the second revision, so that refinement, okay, again and again. Okay, if you're not good at one topic, give a read again, give the mock test again, so that you will become the best version of yourself. And lastly, master yourself. Mastery, okay, that will be the May month, that is the last month of your examination, where so up to 25th you have the time. Okay, up to the day of examination also you have the plenty time in your hands. So that mastery base, okay, the final rapid revision and speed test also you should give. Okay, so that what they'll have, you'll become master means confidence. You can build your confidence. If you have enough confidence, you'll give your best in examination. So to do that and to get that confidence, what you need to do, you need to do that these phases, you need to go through this phase, you need to divide the time sections into, okay, time bound sections. Clear? So try to plan for this phases study. Okay, phase wise study. Clear? Yes. So we have divided the entire phase study, and now see, first of all, you should know the, yes, we have divided the time based on the phase wise or maybe based on the month wise. But first of all, if you have not properly understand the pattern of examination, if you doesn't know about the weightage of the subject, you doesn't know how to divide the time. So for that reason, are you getting my point? If see, you know how to divide that. See, you know how to divide the time. You have allocated the time into 4 phases. But in that phases, what are the subjects you need to study? And how can you allocate the time? And how will you allocate the time for each subject? So that is purely based on the weightage. That is purely based on the weightage. And as you all know that, so you are good at the examination pattern, so we know very well. So we have total 125 questions, each question carries 4 marks. Okay, total 500 marks should be there, and we have a 180 minutes for examination. And also we know 1/4 this is a negative marking, 1/4 this is a negative marking. Okay, and but recently the NBEMS, National Board of Examination for Medical Sciences, this is the board which is conducting the GPAT examination. This changed the entire pattern of examination. So it is divided the entire, okay, 125 questions into 5 sections. 25 questions in a section with a 36 minutes for each section, so that you have the time bound section. That's the reason time management is very important, not only for your preparation, for your examination also. time management is very, very important. Okay, so you should increase the accuracy. How do you increase accuracy? If you have a proper timetable and schedule. Do not worry, I'll tell you. Okay, and also coming to the pattern, so those who are preparing for GPAT, you know already, because I think at least you have done the groundwork to understand what is a weightage. What was the weightage for each subject? Okay, you can see the proper weightage for each subject. If you can consider the this year paper 2025 paper also from the SOTIX ecology, from the core subjects entire, so within the 3 core subjects entire GPAT paper was designed. Okay, from SOTIX I think maybe plus or minus 36 questions they have given. From ecology plus 35 plus questions they have given. Okay, so that if you master accordingly, so we should know the weightage as well. See, when you consider the GPAT examination, 25% is from the 25% of the syllabus is thoroughly comes from the pharmaceutics. Okay, and 25% is from the ecology. Okay, and 20% is from the pharmaceutical chemistry, and 15% is from the cognition, and remaining miscellaneous and minor subjects from the 15%. So why I'm telling all these things? See, we are in a video that is time management. So according to the weightage also you should allocate the time. See, if you are allocating more time, if you are giving more time for the minor subjects which are less weightage, what is the use? So that should know the weightage. So ultimately we need to qualify, we need to know best position, we need to know top rank. So to be in the top rank, to secure the top rank, you should have a proper strategy, smart study, smart revision, and smart schedule. In that schedule, okay, you need to allocate your time based on the weightage as well. So the first parameter is weightage. Okay, first parameter is weightage, dear students. Okay, subjects wise weightage. So if you ask me more, sir, let us know very clearly about the weightage. So this was the proper weightage and also the priority level. Okay, the priority level and the weightage. Clear? So from the pharmaceutics, 25% we already discussed is a high weightage. Okay, you can check the previous year papers and thereby you find the weightage. Okay, and pharmacology, 25% is high weightage, and whereas pharmaceutical chemistry, it is in third position. It is a medium to moderate, because the questions were changing from year to year, and also cognition moderate. Okay, and miscellaneous are like they are also moderate. So why I'm giving the priority level? So it is thoroughly and purely based on the previous year pattern, previous year papers, so that you should master. First of all, you should understand which subject has a which weightage. Should work. See, ultimately, if you master these three, which means you have completed the 70% of the syllabus, you are good at 70% of your subjects, so that you should allocate the time based on your interest, based on your strengths and weakness. Okay, let me tell you an example. Let me tell you another example. Okay, so why I have given you the priority level, why I have displayed the priority level? Because you should balance your schedule. You should balance your schedule based on your strengths and weakness. See, if you are good at pharmacology, again you are studying the pharmacology, what is the use? If you are good at pharmacology, right? If you are good at pharmacology, if you are strong at pharmacology, you should focus more on the remaining subjects like pharmaceutics and pharmaceutical chemistry. Thereby you're covering the essence of the subject, main essentials of the subject, essential of the examination. Okay, and yes, if you're good at pharmaceutics, see, I'm giving you, it's an ideal thing. So I'm not just saying that you should follow purely on my basis. It works different for different people. Clear? So if you're good at pharmacology, work on if you're good at pharmaceutics, work on pharmacology and pharmacognosy more. If you're good at chemistry, pharmaceutics and ecology and analysis, like how you should balance your schedule according to your needs, according to your interest, and according to your strengths and weakness. So thereby it will become very easy. See, so firstly, everybody should have a proper map, proper way, or proper vision. So then only it will be easy. See, so need not to complete the every topic, need not to complete the entire subjects. Ultimately, you should cover at least 80 to 90%. Keep in your mind, you should complete the syllabus at least 80 to 90%. So thereby you will be in the top 10 rank. Mark my words. But if you utilize the time properly, clear? So what makes a difference for a topper and or maybe an average student? See, so everybody will read the same topics, everybody will go to the same sources, same references, same textbooks or same study materials. But what makes a difference is that the topper will utilize the time in effectively and smartly, but whereas the average student or maybe the maybe the other students or maybe the dullers, those who known as dullers, okay, so they don't know how to invest their time. The toppers will know how to utilize the time. The what makes a difference? They didn't know the difference between the time management. Clear? So do not worry, I'll let you know and we'll make the toppers. Yes. So second one is, that's what I told you, right? So you know that time, how to invest the time, okay, and you know that what we can say, the schedule, that you know your strengths and weakness. But thing is that you should have a proper timetable. First one is priority level and the weightage. Second one is proper timetable. Okay, please note it down, timetable preparation. See, most of the students just do one thing, they used to follow the timetable for the toppers. See, toppers are not born, they are made. Don't remember, toppers are not made, sorry, toppers are not born, they made by themselves. How? They have their own schedules, they have their own timetables. Like how? Okay, so do not copy the toppers timetable. Okay, be a topper by making your own timetable. Simple, create your own timetable or create your own smart schedule. See, other timetable may or may not work for you. It may work for you or may not work for you. So for that reason, you should create your own timetable or own schedule that suits for you. That's only fits for you, that's only suits for you. See, if you are simply keeping a topper's timetable, maybe that topper may be good at chemistry. If you are weak at chemistry, is it works? Is it works? Clear? That's the reason. Know your strengths and weaknesses. If you're good at if you're good at ecology or if you're good at cognition, accordingly only you should prepare your own schedule, work on it, create your own timetable, and that's which create your smart schedule and timetable which fits for you. Okay, and also do not copy the others. Okay, and design a study plan that matches your strengths, interests, and weak areas. So while you are preparing, while you're framing your timetable, you should consider your strengths, your weakness, okay, and also your interests. Accordingly, your timetable will works. Your timetable will adapt for you. Clear? And also, obviously, what is your best timetable? The best timetable is a timetable which you follow. The timetable is one that you actually follow. That is the best timetable. So best timetable means that it doesn't mean a topper's timetable. That the best timetable means the timetable that you actually follow. Okay. So do not forget that the best timetable is nothing but that you actually follow. Okay. That is not created by any topper. That is you should follow. Clear? Yes, and yes, create your own timetable, own it and master it, thereby get it. Clear? And yes, so second one is a timetable preparation. And next, if you ask me, sir, I want to know the timetables or how can I frame? Yes, so this is an ideal timetable. So this is a what we can say the blueprint or an ideal timetable for both working professionals, okay, and as well as those who are college students. Clear? So minimum of time, minimum your day should be started at a 5 a.m. minimum. If you are a morning person, if you are early morning person, if you start early, that is a more good for you, right? If you work more, you'll get more, right? If you study more, you'll get more. Like how you should wake up early, very morning. See, those who wake up early, okay, they success early, mark my words, because early hours give you the fresh mindset to study and to acquire the knowledge. So those who wake up early, they success early. They get it early because the time your mind and your body works on your goal and it's a very in a controlled manner. So that if you're a morning person, try to imbibe the time, try to start your day at 4 a.m. at least. At that time, no one will disturb you. There is no distractions. So that the ideal timetable is, so you should start a 5 a.m. a minimum of 5 a.m. You should wake up at, you should start, not wake up at, you should start at 5 to 7:30 a.m. Okay, 5 to 7:30 a.m. But in the time you should study the new topic, because at that time your mind is very fresh, it is ready to accept the new concepts. Clear? So, but in that, it should be a focused learning. Should be there. And then after that, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. either maybe you can have a college or work. So, but in that you should be actively participated. So, sir, how can we, sir, the most of the time was allocated for my college. I know that. right? As a graduate, as a B.Pharma graduate, as a working professional, so you are allocating more time from the daytime, especially for 9 to 5 a.m., 9 to 5 p.m. You're allocating the time to the college or maybe to your job. But what makes the thing clear? You should utilize the time. You should convert the time into the stepping stone. You should utilize the time for your GPAT preparation. I'll let you know in the upcoming slide. Okay, so that actively participate in the college or work and utilize the time. Utilize the time for your preparation. Even though you should consider, okay, if any, right, if your enemy throws a stone, if an enemy throws you a stone or a brick, catch it and utilize to build your empire. That's how you should convert. If your enemy throws a brick towards you, okay, if enemy throws a brick towards you, catch it and utilize it for to build your own empire. Like how you have the time, yeah, college time, utilize it, convert it. Clear? Yes. So that active participation. And next, 6 to 9 p.m. Yes, 6 to 9 p.m. evening when you came back to home, right? And yes, give your best in the, okay, maybe if you are attending the online classes, right, especially for our GDC students and those who are preparing for GPAT, okay, so try to engage the session, try to actively participate in the sessions, so thereby your doubts will be clarified, okay, and those you are studying, okay, so give your best in this evening sessions also, okay, and try to start the new, if you are studying your own or maybe you're studying, so new topics should be started in the morning session, and yes, they should be revised in the evening session, okay, and also try to actively attend the session, try to listen the classes carefully, so thereby if you have any doubts in the morning session or if you have any doubts in that ongoing session, that can be clarified in the, okay, in the online study classes. Clear? So active listening and doubts clarification should be done in between this session, in this time, 6 to 9 p.m. okay, and yes, after completing the 9 p.m, after completing the classes, that doesn't mean you need to go to sleep, okay, that works, okay, that's what I said. Toppers are not born, they are made by making the sacrifices, by utilizing the time, by investing more time even after the classes. So which means you need to invest extra time in between the 9:30 to 10 p.m, or maybe if you're a nocturnal, if you're a night person, you can extend up to 12 p.m, 1 p.m, sorry, 12 a.m, 1 a.m. See, if you invest, that is an investment for your future. Invest more time on the evening if you're an evening person. See, if you invest more, you'll get more either the morning or in the evening. Clear? So then after the classes, you should give your best to revise the topic for the revision and to solve the PYQs, and also to prepare your flashcards and summaries and create your own notes and recall it. Clear? And thereby you'll retain the subject. Okay, and coming to the weekends, so along with the same routine, but you should convert this time 9 a.m to 5 a.m to complete study. Okay, so I'll let you know. Okay, so in this 9 a.m to 5 p.m also you have more time. In the weekends, I told you that 12 hours you should invest, 12 hours you should study. Okay, clear? Yes. And you can invest in this time in the weekends. Okay, you should more give to the mock test and weak area focus. Clear? And thereby evaluate yourself on the weekends. Evaluate yourself. Okay, so that is the time where you can allocate to evaluate yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, allocate. Okay, so assess your own mock test papers, assess your papers. Okay, so thereby you'll understand. Okay, so these are the mistakes I'm doing. Mark it and correct it. Next time achieve it. Okay, yes. Next, and yes, so coming to the next one, yes sir, I'm attending the sessions, I'm listening to the classes, but there is another problem. So there is another thing which can kill your time. So where we are discussing the time management, next is where there is another thing, very important thing which can kill your time. See, I'll let you know. Okay, so we have a standard books, especially for every subject, whether it is a pharmaceutics, pharmacology, pharmaceutical chemistry, analysis. We have a plenty of sources for each subject. We have a more than 10 plus references, 10 plus books, okay, 10 plus sources. But if you rely on different sources without having any clarity, that can kill your time undoubtedly. You need to have a one source which is a very clear and precise, and that can definitely, we should help your preparation. Okay, so that next one is you should choose your right and smart resources. Otherwise, if you choose a wrong resources, ultimately they can kill your time. Okay, you'll invest more time. You'll invest more time on the wrong resources. They'll eat, right? They can kill your time. So that you should choose your right and smart resources. Like you should avoid the complex material. Why complex material? Because they consume the too much time. Yes, obviously. So in the textbook is completely, that book is completely designed for a semester exam curriculum. Yeah, so need not to refer everything. So for that reason, complex things should be, okay, second preference, or we should keep aside. Okay, and yes, they create the confusion with unnecessary depth. So you need not to dive into the topic. You are not doing any research. Yes, you are just studying for examination. If you're doing research, you should go for the complex things. Clear? Yes, and also the textbooks, by looking at the volume, by looking at that many pages, you may get distracted. You may get distracted. That's the reason. The distract from your exam-oriented concepts. Okay, you'll then again, if you are entering into any topic, okay, maybe anti-cancer drugs, so that again, so that in-depth level, they can distract you. Okay, so that's another reason, and also make the revision difficult and lengthy. So you no need to see, you doesn't know how to revise that much lengthy book. So that's the reason. Okay, you should choose your standard and simplified resources. Okay, you should select the standard and simplified resources. That means they should be very easy to understand and recall during the examination, and also they should save the time for your practice and revision. Obviously, see, so you should not go to each and every page in the standard textbooks. So but that should be, okay, the smart and the simplified resource should be very easy to refer, because ultimately we are here to manage our time. Okay, time is a very precious thing. Clear? And yes, so save the time for the practice and revision. Okay, and next, focus on the concepts of GPAT and relevant facts. So those, no, the simplified resources, they will focus more on concept and GPAT oriented things. Clear? And also they will build the confidence through the clarity and do not clutter. Clear? They build your confidence. See, so you should choose. The next one is to manage your time, to save your time. You should have a right and smart resources. Okay, now the question is, sir, suggest us some smart resources and the right resources. Right? If you are a GDian, you know already, right? We have prepared the smartest modules, smartest textbooks, right? So for each and every exam, each and every subject, you can have a look on the modules, the study materials we had. Okay, these are the study materials we have prepared. Okay, these are the study materials for each subject. For each subject we have our, right, smart resources where our students are cracking the top examinations by utilizing our own module series. Okay, clear? And yes, do remember, the right source turn your hard work into results. The right source will turn your hard work into results. Clear? And also the right source will save your time. That's what we have discussed in the earlier sessions. Clear? The right source will save your time. That right source will save your time and fuel your focus and powers your success. Okay, and also, sir, we doesn't know how to plan our study and how to allocate our time. Okay, so simply go and get the navigator series where it can navigate you towards your goal until your examination. Okay, and these are the resources for every examination. We have a lot of resources. Okay, and you can download the GDC app from the Play Store, and thereby you will get a plenty of resources, plenty of material. Okay, and do that one after completing this session. Okay, and also we are mentioning the link below this video. Okay, and you can get the modules and other navigator series from the video itself. Okay, from the link itself. Okay, come on. So simply master your schedule and unleash your potential just by utilizing this particular, okay, resources. Clear? Yes, so you should have a right source of material. And next is, so challenges. Okay, challenges. Yes, so while you're preparing for any examination or while you're preparing for anything, you need to face some challenges, and there are some challenges in every area, every sector, and everything. Okay, especially if you're preparing for, okay, from GPAT, from your college time, or maybe if you're a college student or if you're a working professional. So these are the challenges and these are the problems, these are the hurdles you should overcome. Okay, firstly, the time crunch. The time crunch means most of the time, most of the daytime, most of the weekdays, you should allocate the time. The 9 to 5 a.m., 9 to 5 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The more time is occupied by the college hours, maybe by the sem examinations or maybe the classes. Okay, clear? So, but the thing is that convert the problems into the solution. Okay, let your problem into the solution. Let be your problem into the solution. Convert it. Simple. That time crunch 9 to 5 p.m. Utilize that time. Utilize that hours. If any topic is going on, let me take an example. Right, in your day, if you're going to college, right, in the time crunch hours or maybe in the 9 to 5 p.m. if any session is going on, like the first hour, second hour, or third hour, right? So we have a different hours and different subjects. When the faculty was started the new topic, okay, turn your brain into the GPAT module or GPAT mode. You should search for the answers, you should search for the questions, you should search for the GPAT oriented manner. Yes, they'll explain the topics for the semester exam oriented, but you should convert your mind into GPAT oriented so that you can find yourself, okay, so this, if they are starting a new topic, okay, convert your mind into GPAT oriented so that you'll get the more content, okay, so that you can utilize the time wisely. That's what we have discussed. Okay, the limited hours for focus GPAT preparation, but if you utilize the time wisely, okay, that is clearly enough. That is clearly enough. Okay, so you're also studying the same topics. So mostly the semester exam syllabus, okay, and also the GPAT syllabus 60 to 70% is same. Okay, but the remaining 30% you should work more. But that 70% of the syllabus you can get it from the college levels or college classes. Convert the classes into the right opportunity. Okay, and next, irregular revision. Yes, you do need not have, sorry, it doesn't have any time for the revision. Okay, so irregular revision is one of the problem, one of the challenge while you're in the college. Okay, so that you should revise whenever you have the time. Okay, so without a structure plan and concept, ultimately you should be deviated, you should not be in a right way. Okay, so irregular revision is one of the challenge, so regular revision should be there. Next, no clear roadmap. That's what we have to. Okay, if you are going for a new location, or if you are going for a new destination, okay, so without any Google map or without any road map, is it easy to reach the destination? No, it is not possible. So you should have, if you have a proper road map, it is very easy, it can save you time, right? If you know the destination, if you know the route map, you can save it can save you time. But if it doesn't know if it doesn't know the route map, or if it doesn't know the what we can say a route, ultimately you end up with a time waste or time loss. Clear? So that proper roadmap should be there. And yes, those who are preparing for GPAT from the college level, mostly okay, you should have a roadmap. Clear? We should have a clear roadmap, or should have a clear strategic approach. Okay, and yes, coming to that, you should have the goal. Obviously you should keep one goal. Okay, so it should be goal oriented. So most of the students, okay, so because of their busy schedule, they may deviate from the goal. See, these are the challenges. So you should have a don't have a time for that your preparation. And yes, you should don't have a time for revision. Irregular revision is a problem, is a challenge. Okay, so that convert into the regular revision. Time crunch, utilize the timely hours, utilize the class hours into the exam opportunities. And also you should have a proper roadmap, or you should have a proper schedule. That's the reason I have discussed the phase wise study. Okay, and also next is goal. Okay, you should be a goal oriented. If you have a goal, you shouldn't be distracted. Okay, yes, and yes, these are the challenges. And next is, so how to, sir? Yes, we know that, sir, as you told that, okay, that time crunch hour can be converted into, okay, can be converted into opportunity. But how they can be converted? Okay, due to the, or with the help of strategic integration, integrate your college hours into the GPAT preparation. Integrate. Okay, so turning every class and assignment into an opportunity. If you're listening to the class, turn your mind into GPAT oriented. Okay, GPAT warrior. You are a GPAT warrior. Convert the time into a GPAT oriented session. Okay, GPAT oriented class. Okay, while you're listening any new topic or any topic, just find the GPAT or find the importance of GPAT in each topic. Okay, whether it is a weighted subject, invest more time, listen it actively. Okay, clear? Yes, maximize your daily college routine by turning every class, every assignment. If you're writing the assignment, okay, write it as a GPAT assignment, or maybe write it as consider it as a GPAT preparation, so that you won't feel bored, you won't feel distracted. it will be help you more, it nourish your preparation more. Clear? And yes, so firstly, so how to integrate your preparation, your college years into GPAT preparation? Firstly, identify the overlaps. Yes, so consider the syllabus of your semester exams, or maybe your theory exams, or maybe your college syllabus. Okay, identify the overlaps, which means cross-reference your college syllabus with the GPAT curriculum. Yes, consider your syllabus, college syllabus, and the GPAT exam preparation, and also pinpoint the topics common for both and focus learning. Which means, yes, obviously, consider the syllabus, both syllabus, exam syllabus, and as well as the GPAT exam syllabus. Consider syllabus and also pinpoint what are the common topics are there, what are the pinpoint topics are there. Okay, what are the common points, what are the important points with respect to GPAT as well as semester. Okay, work on it, we'll achieve it. Okay, so identify the overlap. What are the overlapping things? What are the common things? What are the common syllabus? Okay, so if you cover that common things in the classroom itself, you have saved more of your time. Okay, and next, active classroom learning, engage deeply. Okay, so even though you are attending the online class, which means we are also saying the same things, we are also explaining the important things, but you can at the same time, you can save your time by actively engaging, actively learning in your classroom. Okay, so that, so treat each class your initial GPAT study session. Okay, and also take the meticulous notes. You should maintain the notes. See, if you remember, if you just simply listening the class, if you just simply listen to the words, you may forget. Okay, you may forget. You cannot get the real essence. But if you have it, okay, if you're having the habit of making notes, that can definitely help you. Sure about it. Okay, and next, turn your assignments as a practice. Turn your assignments as a practice. Okay, leverage your college assignments and practicals and labs to reinforce your GPAT preparation. Yes, turn them into your right opportunity. Everything in between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. turn into the opportunities. See, firstly, prepare your mind to convert the every opportunity in every session into the opportunity. Okay, and also lastly, utilize the faculty expertise. If you are good at, right, if you're having a in your college time, try to utilize the faculty experts, clear your doubts at the moment of your class. Okay, so thereby it helps you more. Okay, so this is how you will integrate, this is how you can convert the classroom into the GPAT preparation. Clear? So please try to follow and stick to this routine, so thereby it will be simplified. So just investing the time, you're just converting the time of classroom sessions into the GPAT preparation. Again, you're listening to the classes to the evening. Thereby, you are strong. You become very strong. Clear? Yes. So you should integrate the time. Okay. GPAT preparation your college time. Clear? Yes. And next. So, sir, how to study the GPAT examination? Okay. So, which means what are the effective ways? What are the effective techniques we should follow? Okay. So, firstly, every day. So, this is the effective techniques. These are the effective techniques you should follow. Firstly, okay, master 1 to 2 subjects daily. Every day you should master the weightage, high weightage topics. 1 to 2 subjects daily. Okay, 1 to 2 subjects daily. Core subjects, you should select the courses that may be ecology, statistics, or chemistry. Okay, maybe. Yeah. And yes, and every day 1 to 2 hours. That's what I told you in the time management in the first slide itself, 3 to 4 hours. Okay, focus learning for 1 to 2 hours. Master the core subjects. That's the one thing. Okay, and next, do not go for the superficial study, which means, okay, do not go on a layer study, which means you should go the focused and in-depth study. Clear? And next, master your core subjects. Then after that, break down the micro tasks. Break down the micro tasks. Okay, which means have the task. Okay, which means you have the defined, clear, and actionable steps. So how to clear, which means if you are selecting college, okay, have your micro task, which means, okay, from the college, from that I need to cover the classification. Okay, so classification is a micro task. First I need to complete the classification. Second task, okay, second minor task. Okay, so task number 2, what I need to do, okay, I need to understand the mechanism of action of the anti-cancer drugs. Okay, clear? Broad spectrum, okay, or narrow spectrum. So like how divide the subject. Okay, try to give a 1 to 2 hours daily. Sorry, so at least try to cover the 1 to 2 subjects daily. Okay, in that, to make it simplified, to make it easier. Okay, try to have your micro task, okay, break down into micro tasks. So that subject should be converted into micro tasks, okay. So if you are starting at one topic today, one concept today, okay, so divide into micro tasks, okay, classification first, then after that examples, then after that MOA, okay, then after that side effects. Like how if you divide them into micro tasks, it will be easy for you, okay. Complex things will give you fear, okay, but whereas the micro tricks or the simplified things will give you the confidence, okay. So that break down into micro tasks. Then after that, use a short study burst. Use a short study burst, okay. So give a 50 minutes focus study and take a 10 minutes break. You should definitely, okay, you should definitely give a 50 minutes, mostly on maximum you should give a 50 minutes of focus learning if it is possible, okay. Otherwise you should give a 15 minutes of time focus learning and 10 minutes break. But if it is not possible, okay, do follow one technique called Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique, in which means 25 minutes active learning and 5 minutes break. 25 5, okay, 25 to 5. So you should study at 25 minutes non-stop and focus learning and take a 5 minutes break, okay. Meanwhile, just brainstorm, okay, let's recollect the things, clear. So intense 25 minutes for focus and 5 minutes break, okay. And also repeat the optimal productivity and retention again, 5 minutes break, okay. So that whatever the time we have allocated, morning 5 to 7:30, okay, and evening 9:30 to 10:30, in that you should apply these things, okay. You should apply the Pomodoro technique, which means 25 minutes break, 25 minutes active learning and 5 minutes break, so that your mind will adjust, adapt the environment, study environment, clear. And also, okay, so prioritize the high cognitive load subjects, okay. Then meanwhile in that, okay, and also active recall and self quiz after studying the day, okay, after studying. So active recall, so try to look at, okay, what is a anti-cancer drugs, what is the first line drugs, examples, what are they, recall, revise, okay. So try to remember the triple R. Triple R means does, okay, I'm not telling you about any movie name, clear, okay. Read, recall and revise. Read, recall and revise. If you follow these 3 R's, triple R, okay, triple R, then you follow, then you achieve definitely, clear. And lastly, review and adapt weekly. Every day review, every week should review yourself, okay, and adapt the weekly, adapt it weekly, clear. Yes. So these are some effective techniques to study your GPAT preparation. But thing is that, so do you know there is a science behind the smart revision? So most of the toppers, not only the toppers, most of the people, smart people, have the smart revision technique. See, if you are simply investing on time just for reading, just only for reading, okay, that doesn't give you the fruits. But the thing is that if you know the science behind the smart revision, then you will understand. Clear? So firstly, initial learning while you're revising, okay, while you're studying, okay. So initial learning should be a full attention, okay. Initial learning should be the study the topic with full attention and making the notes and understanding them concepts deeply. First, initial learning should be focused, okay. For smart revision, what you need to do, firstly, in order to do the smart revision, you should have a initial reading very focusedly. Initial reading should be very focused, okay. So study the topic with full attention and make the notes. Then after that, 24 hours recall, okay, 24 hours recall. Revise within 1 day to move information from short term to long term memory. Yes, if you completed one topic today itself, then after 20 hours, just recollect, revise, okay. So again, just pronounce it, read it, recall it, so that can be transferred to your brain and you can store it for a long term, clear. So 24 hours recall. After 20 hours, you should recall again and again, clear. Yes. Then 7 days review. After that, okay, after that, every day you should recall 24. After 20 hours, you should revise, recall, okay. Then again, you need to apply another thing, 7-day review, okay. Revisit after a week, okay, what are the topic you have completed, okay. So again, come to the topic after the 1 week, open the topic after 1 week, so thereby you'll understand, okay. So thereby your mind won't forget, you won't deviate, you cannot forget the topic. Because if you're right, if you're continuously adding up the knowledge, if you're continuously going through that, ultimately your mind gets habituated to the topic, okay. Yes, if you keep on visiting one place, you like the place, right? So we have the favorite destinations, favorite locations. How they become our favorite? If you keep on going there and if you like something there, okay, so ultimately they become our favorite. Like, oh, if you keep on adding the knowledge, if you keep on reading the topics, ultimately your mind gets habituated. Clear? 7 days recall review, and lastly 30 days reinforcement. 30 days reinforcement. Okay, at the end of the month should revise all the things whatever you have studied in the month. Clear? 30-day reinforcement, monthly revision, and solidifies the concept permanently. Okay, after the month, okay, after the 30 days, if you revise them properly, they'll definitely store for your brain for a longer time. Clear? So 30 days reinforcements. Okay, these are the science behind the smart revision. Initial learning should be focused. Okay, 24 hours recall should be there. After completing session, you should recall. So revision means, what do you mean by revision? Okay, revision. Okay, again you are looking at something. Vision means looking or maybe referring. Okay, revision, re-looking or rereading. Simple. If you keep on looking at one location, if you keep on looking at one person, you know each and everything about the person. You know, you can study the each and you can assess the person, you can assess the route. Okay, or you can assess the things. Like how revision or re-looking. Simple. Okay, re-looking or rereading. Revision means like how 24 hours recall should be every day. Okay, after the learning, after studying, 24-hour recall, then after that weekly and monthly. Okay, day wise, weekly, and also day wise. Okay, 24-hour recall, 7-day review, and 30-day reinforcements. So this is the thing you should do. Okay, so this should be applied every month, every day, every week. Clear? Yes. So this is a smart, so the science behind a smart revision. And now, sir, how to remember, sir? Yes, we know that we apply the 7-day review, okay, 30-day reinforcement, 24 hours recall. But we need some shortcuts. Yeah, obviously, we need some shortcuts too for the retention, memory retention. Okay, it doesn't mean everyone will remember each and everything, but some maybe require some techniques to long-term memory retention. Okay, so long-term memory retention. Clear? Firstly, so what do we need to do? Sometimes we may remember the entire theory within the words, maybe. Okay, we can remember the entire concepts within the word, it may be. We can remember the entire concepts within the number, maybe. Clear? So like how, firstly, for the long-term retention, what you need to do is that you should have the mnemonics and associations. Okay, create the funny and personal. See, whatever it may be. See, either rely on GDC GDC resources. We have the mnemonics and shortcuts. We have uploaded in so many shorts as well. You can go and watch. Okay, in that we have we have created the funny, okay, and also personal mnemonics as well. So that, so if they can suit you, you can, if you can follow them. Okay, otherwise create your own mnemonics. Mnemonics will help you a lot. Okay, within the short words you can remember entire thing. Okay, it is hard to remember this much para or this much classification, but you can write that entire para within the one short mnemonic. Okay, either maybe funny or maybe any other thing. Clear? So mnemonics and associations will help you to remember the things. Okay, I'll tell you an example. Clear? So Naipur. So Naipur is a destination for most of the GPAT aspirants, right? So that's the ultimate dream. But within the Naipur, I can tell you the example for the, these are this word, the Naipur is example for to remember the Indo-Allocation. N for the 𝙂𝙋𝘼𝙏, I for Vinca, P for 𝜋, E for ergot, and R for Ralphia. So that's how we can easily remember. But if you, without this Naipur shortcut, is it able to remember the entire Indo-Allocation? No, it is difficult. But if you have the mnemonics, it is easy. So that's how you can remember the topics. You can retain the topics in a long term. Okay, and next, visual learning. Yes, if you just let me tell you an example. You know that HPLC or maybe chromatography. If I simply explain through words, if I simply write down on the board, okay, so you may remember up to 40 to 50 or 60%. But if you look at the working video, animated video, or maybe the visual representation, if you're reading, if you're understanding the concept by looking in the video or maybe the image, that visual learning will give you more clarity, more conceptual clarity about the topic. So that visual learning should be there. Visual learning should be there. Clear? So transform your text into flowcharts. Create your own flowchart. Okay, if you are studying the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax, just an example. Okay, malaria life cycle, or maybe the ergot life cycle. Just create your own shortcut. Create your own flowchart. So thereby it looks better. It is very easy to study, clear? And with the mind maps, create your mind maps, okay, and diagrams, and also visual representations definitely increase. Okay, visual representation definitely increase your preparation. Okay, clear? So definitely 60 to 70% is you can easily remember with the visual representation or visual learning. And third one is teaching method. What you meant by that? Okay, so teaching method doesn't mean you need to become a teacher, but you should teach the topic to your friend, which means if you're having a friend with the same goal, try to teach the subject. Okay, if you keep on pronouncing it, you'll remember it. Mark my words and trust my words. Okay, and try to teach the topic to the others. Okay, maybe take your friend who is preparing for GPAT. Okay, take a help to your friend and explain this topic to yourself, either maybe to others, or just simply look at the mirror and try to speak the topic, so that by you'll remember. Because right, if you are speaking out, if you are speaking out and loud, so that means you're confident. That confidence can retain the knowledge in your brain. Mark my words, if you follow it, you'll agree it. Okay, you'll experience it and you'll agree it. Okay, and also spaced repetition. Space repetition. Okay, what we have discussed already, right? 7-day repetition. Okay, 24 hours recall, 7-day review, 30 days reinforcement. If you have this space repetition, okay, yes, 7 days, after 7 days you are revisiting. Okay, maybe your brain is okay allowing that, okay, I need to store this topic. Okay, right, again your brain will okay recall the things. So that space repetition, take the gaps. Okay, every 7 days you need to revise, every 30 days you need to go back and just simply give a quick revision, thereby you won't forget. Okay, and also cross subject linking. This is the best thing I will suggest to all of you. Okay, while you're studying one topic, try to connect with other topics as well. Yes, let me tell you an example. If you're studying, okay, if you're studying the atropine, or maybe any drug from the cognizant itself, okay, a vincristine, okay, let me tell you vinca. So let me tell you Vinca. Again, first, while you're covering the cognosy for Vinca, should cover the ecology of Vinca, pharmacology, MOA of the Vinca, again also chemistry, okay, structures of Vinca, okay, essay or Vinca, and uses and side effects. Like how you should connect the subjects, interlink the subjects, ecology to cognosy to chemistry, clear? So like how if you connect these topics, they can help you a lot. Okay, mark my words. So that obviously cross subject linking. So this is how you can, okay, remember the techniques and remember the topics. Okay, memory techniques for long-term retention. Clear? Yes. So mnemonics will help you, visual learning, teach something to your friend, or spaced repetition, and also cross subject linking. Definitely, if you do this thing, okay, adapt these things, definitely they will help you a lot. Okay, you can see your memory improves when the concepts are connected. Memory is improved when the concepts are connected, and also not crammed. Yes, integration beats isolation every time. If you integrate the topics, okay, if you collab with ecology and chemistry and cognosy, this integration will help you. But if you study subject them individually, that consume your time a lot. Okay, yes. So these are the memory techniques for the long-term retention. Clear? And yes, and now your path to GPAT success is, what you need to do is revise until it's automatic. So what are the things we have discussed? Revise them until you, right, whenever I ask a question, immediately automatically you should say the answer. That much revision, that's how we need to revise the topic. Revise until it is automatic. Revise until it's automatic. Okay, so the final 30 days should be for the revise. Okay, to revise the notes and take the diary mocks and focus on accuracy. The revision until automatic. You should be, whenever you thought a question, right, whenever you're studying a question, automatically your mind will give you the answer. Okay, and also smart work over hard work, and also you should do the smart work over hard work. So let me tell you an example. That is nothing but integration of the subjects, cross linking of the subject. Okay, so hard work may be studying the subjects individually, but smart work may be interlinking the subject, okay, in between these three subjects, or maybe in between two subjects. Clear? And yes, manage every hour. So that's what we have discussed. So apply your own timetable, have your own timetable, create your own timetable, okay, and eliminate the distractions. Yes, every hour you should, okay, allocate the time and also distract the hours. Clear? So eliminate your distractions, and as well as reward yourself whenever you have achieved. Have a cup of coffee, or maybe take a fresh breathe and walk for 5 minutes. Okay, and yes, only one thing, that Believe in your preparation. If you work hard, if you work seriously, and if you are really genuine to your work, definitely things will fall on your way. Okay, so thereby, if there is a thing, there is supernatural power called God, He will help you a lot if you are genuine and serious for your preparation. Believe in yourself. But what makes you to success in the GPAT preparation? What makes what gives you the success for 2020 GPAT examination, which means it is a great preparation with a accurate time management. Clear? With a great preparation and accurate time management, definitely you will achieve the GPAT 2020. Okay, and also you can see I have mentioned this lines for you. Please give a read. You are already halfway there, already completed, right? We have a 7 months, halfway you have there, right? And also stay consistent. Trust your strategies. Okay, whatever the strategies, always stay consistent. Consistency will give you the success. Consistency will give you the standards and success as well. And also remember, small daily steps leads to the giant leaps in the rank. Add on, add on, add on, step by step, step by step, step by step. Into to be in the to climb the 100 steps floor, or maybe to climb to get into the 100 floors, or maybe the 10th floor, you cannot directly jump. Is it not possible to jump into the 10th floor? But if you add step by step, if you go step by step, definitely one day you will reach. Yeah. So that's how. Okay, and also, so within the reach, you can reach your dream college. Clear? So please revise until automatic. Choose our smart work or hard work. Manage every hour and believe in your preparation. Definitely, you will be You will be on the right way and you will be on the rank. Okay, and now, so lastly, I just want to end this session with a tips for staying consistent. Okay, yes. So ultimately, we also applied a video. Okay, in that consistency is a key for success. If you are not consistent, simply if you're just irregularly attending the session, if you irregularly open the book, what is the use of that? Your brain will forward. See, for time management, for to remember, for to revise, okay, and also for to read the topics, consistency is the key. Consistency, by the consistency, your mind will adapt to the routine. Consistency, regularity, your mind will adapt to that nature. Your mind will adapt to that particular timetable if you are consistent. If you are not consistent, okay, without consistency, no things will work here. What are the things I have discussed? Nothing works here if you are not consistent. So that firstly, be consistent. So to be the consistent, okay, for being consistent, what you need to do, fix a routine and stick to it. Just prepare a timetable and stick to your wall and follow it. And you should have a discipline to beat it. You should be very disciplined throughout your journey. Okay, and also study the weaker subjects in the freshest hours. Okay, so that you won't get deviated. Okay, in the fresh hour, your mind will be fresh, so that you can study more of the weak subjects. Okay, but in the evening hours, maybe in your busy hours, if you open your weak subjects, definitely you'll distracted. Okay, definitely you'll demotivate. So that weak subjects in the morning or freshest hours. Okay, and also keep a progress tracker. Okay, so keep a page, or maybe have your own book, or maybe download some apps to monitor your progress. Okay, and that try to mention every task that you have done. Okay, so that you will feel confident, you will feel consistent. Okay, today day 1 I have done this, day 2 I have completed this, day 3. This will directly accumulate and nourish your preparation. Okay, and also revise small topics daily. Don't pile up and don't procrastinate and don't postpone. Every day you should cover the at least small topics. Okay, and also do not forget to reward yourself. Do not appreciate yourself and do not take applause for yourself. And also, after completing if you have completed really, so if you have really completed the topic, if you really invested 25 minutes of learning, take a 5 minutes break and reward yourself. Take a coffee, take a breath. Okay, and just go for a 5 minutes walk in your home, and then come back to your preparation, and thereby you'll feel fresh, you'll become consistent. Clear? Yes, dear students, these are the tips for staying consistent. And yes, so finally, do not forget that you're a warrior. Okay, you're a warrior for your future, for your family, and for yourself. For your bright future, become a warrior. Okay, but to become the warrior, you need a final weapon, that is a GPAT victory mindset. Okay, yes, you're a warrior, you need a weapon. That weapon is nothing but a GPAT warrior mindset. Your mind should be converted into a GPAT conqueror or GPAT warrior. Okay, so be a GPAT warrior and have a weapon. that is your mindset. Ultimately, if you are strong enough, if you mold your brain into a stronger person to conquer the GPAT, no one will distract you, no one will deviate you. Okay, and yes, so be the warrior and have the GPAT victory mindset. That is your weapon. And believe it, you are a warrior. Believe it, you are great. And believe it, you are the best. And yes, prepare and conquer it. Believe, prepare, and conquer. And you're the warrior. I believe in you. Do you believe yourself? If not, start believing yourself. At the day, definitely you're going to qualify the exam and you'll conquer it. Trust my words. Clear? And yes, that's a weapon you need. And also coming to that, if you are a warrior, if you need, warrior needs support. Okay, that warrior needs a training. So to train that such type of warriors, we are the institute, that is GDC. Okay, for every GPAT dream, there is a one dream destination, that is GDC. Okay, GDC hai to jukega nahi. Yeah, there is a one saying, you cannot. So if you are with the GDC, you cannot give up. Okay, so do remember, success doesn't happen within the alone preparation, but you need a proper strategy and time management things, and also you read proper resources. So for that, only one destination is GDC. Okay, any examination, only destination is GDC. Clear? Yes. So already you know very well. So those who are aiming for 2026 and 27 GPAT examination, already GDC launched a few important and special courses to boost your preparation. That is GDC Prime courses. Okay, Prime 1 and Prime 2. Okay, if you're really working for your dream, so definitely these courses will help you. Okay, and so you can get 100 plus online, 1000 plus online tests, and also 380 plus e-notes, and also 400 daily practice papers, and more for the GPAT preparation aspirant, and for also all the pharma aspirants. Okay, so please download the GDC class app from the GDC store, Play Store. Okay, download the GDC class app from the Play Store, and here you get a plenty of courses and sources from our GDC. Okay, clear? So one of the leading platform for pharma education, only first leading platform. Clear? Yes. So this is for the today itself. Good luck and thank you. Do not forget that you're a warrior. You can conquer the examination with a very right time management. Time is a very precious thing. Okay, if you utilize the time properly, you will be in a somewhere in a great position. You can make your parents proud. Okay, utilize the time properly and they'll buy you legit. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video. Jai Hind, and do not forget to share this channel and share this video. Those who are struggling to manage their time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind.